The earth became a weapon, an empire's might shattered, not by steel, but by ingenious design. This is Dara. Moments earlier, the plains of Dara echoed with the clash of empires, a desperate stand against overwhelming odds. A brilliant Roman general, vastly outnumbered, dared to rewrite the rules of ancient warfare. His canvas, the earth. The fate of a mighty empire, its very existence, hung precariously on this single, audacious gamble. 50,000 Persian warriors, elite and battle-hardened, formed a seemingly unstoppable tide of steel. These were the shock troops of the Sasanian Empire, a formidable foe honed through generations of conquest. Against them stood a vastly outnumbered Roman force, clinging to their last bastion in the eastern frontier. The odds were stacked impossibly high. Could sheer courage compensate for such an overwhelming numerical disadvantage? This was Dara, a vast, open plain in Mesopotamia, seemingly featureless and devoid of strategic advantage. A seemingly unremarkable landscape, yet it was destined to become a crucible for two ancient superpowers. Soon, this very ground would be soaked in blood, becoming a grave for one of the greatest empires. The stage was set for an epic confrontation, where the stakes were nothing less than total annihilation. The colossal stakes, the survival of the Byzantine Empire, its prestige, and its very future. Dara, a vital Roman fortress, stood as the last bulwark against Persian dominance in the east. The very concept of Roman military superiority, once unshakable, now hung precariously in the balance. Rome's legendary martial prowess, her strategic genius, would face its ultimate test on this day. Centuries of military doctrine, of steel and courage, seemed insufficient against this new, terrifying threat. How could a Roman general, Belisarius, with vastly inferior numbers, possibly defeat such a formidable foe? Not with steel alone, not with swords and spears, but with something far more fundamental. His weapon would be the very ground beneath their feet, transformed by genius and desperate will. This was a battle where terrain became strategy, where mud and rock delivered a crushing victory. Prepare for an epic tale of ingenuity, courage, and the desperate measures that shaped the fate of empires. The 6th century AD dawned on a world carved by empires, where ancient rivalries defined destiny and struggle. Two titans stood opposed, the Eastern Roman Empire, heirs to Rome, and the formidable Sasanian Persian Empire. Their rivalry, centuries in the making, was a relentless dance of power, ambition, and existential threat. Byzantium, a beacon of imperial might, sought to reclaim Rome's lost glory across ancient lands. Persia, a vast and ancient realm, extended its reach, its emperors dreaming of ever greater dominion. Beyond mere borders, they vied for dominance, controlling vital trade routes that spanned continents. From silk to spices, wealth flowed through contested lands, fueling imperial coffers and constant conflict. Ideologies clashed, deep-seated beliefs clashing along the fault lines, adding zeal to the brutal struggle. This was no mere skirmish. It was a battle for the soul of the ancient world, an eternal struggle. Previous conflicts scarred the landscape, leaving a bloody legacy of conquests, defeats, and shifting alliances. Borders were fluid, drawn in blood and redrawn by treaties, never truly settling the rivalry. Generations of commanders pitted their wits against each other, orchestrating vast campaigns of attrition. Each clash left its mark, scars on the land and in the memories of those who endured its relentless savagery. Fortresses fell, cities burned, and countless lives were extinguished in the name of imperial ambition. The frontier was a constant war zone, a testament to the unresolved, festering animosity between empires. The desert itself became a battleground, its harshness mirroring the empire's unyielding struggle for supremacy. Defensive lines stretched for hundreds of miles, a physical manifestation of a perpetual, deadly standoff. Treaties were often fragile truces, shattered by new ambitions or perceived slights, igniting fresh hostilities. The great rivers, Mesopotamia's lifeblood, became a strategic dividing line, constantly challenged and defended. Distinct cultures, proud traditions, and opposing worldviews fueled the deep-seated, persistent animosity. Beyond the battlefield, the clash of civilizations permeated every aspect of their respective societies. Religious fervor, Christian versus Zoroastrian, added a sacred dimension to the already fierce contest. These underlying tensions brewed relentlessly, a constant, simmering cauldron on the empire's fringes. The struggle consumed vast resources, demanding endless sacrifice from every corner of both mighty empires. It was an eternal struggle, a cyclical drama of aggression and defense with no clear end in sight. Into this maelstrom stepped Justinian I of Byzantium, driven by an unwavering vision for Rome's restoration. His ambition was boundless, aiming to unite the fragmented Roman world under Constantinople's powerful banner. Opposing him was Kavad of Persia, a formidable ruler equally determined to expand his empire's influence. Kavad sought to solidify Persian power, projecting strength and expanding control across vital eastern territories. Thus, the stage was set for another colossal confrontation, the Mesopotamian frontier, holding crucial strategic importance. A new dawn in the east, Emperor Justinian dreamed of restoring Rome's ancient glory and power. But across the desert, another empire stood defiant, Sassanid Persia, under King Kavad I. Decades of uneasy truce had masked simmering tensions. Treaties now mere forgotten parchment. The vast, contested frontier. A brutal land where peace was always a fragile illusion. Border skirmishes, once contained, now erupted with increasing ferocity, igniting a powder keg. What began as raiding parties soon spiraled. The ancient rivals edged closer to total war. Then, the inevitable. War, declared anew, plunged the empires into a titanic struggle. At the heart of this conflict lay Dara, a Roman fortress, vital to controlling Mesopotamia. Its formidable walls stood as a defiant symbol, a crucial bulwark against Persian invasion. Against Rome stood the Sassanid war machine, an awe-inspiring force forged in fire. Its elite Savaran, heavily armored cavalry were the terror of the battlefield, legendary warriors. With thunderous charges, they shattered enemy lines, an unstoppable wave of steel and fury. Alongside them, skilled archers unleashed devastating volleys, darkening the very sky. Their precision and volume created an inescapable storm, a deadly prelude to the charge. Recent Persian campaigns had been devastating, their banners victorious across the Roman East. This relentless success instilled widespread fear, echoing through every Roman frontier town. Rome's legions, however, were undergoing a period of vital reform and recovery. Yet, internal strife and political machinations often hampered their full potential. Still, at their heart, lay a core of professional, disciplined soldiers, fiercely loyal and capable. Their rigorous training and experience remained unmatched, a testament to Roman military heritage. Enter Belisarius, young, ambitious, yet possessing a keen strategic mind beyond his years. He was a rising star, his early promise already hinting at a legendary military genius. Amidst escalating war, Belisarius was thrust into unprecedented command, a heavy mantle. The fate of the eastern frontier, perhaps the empire itself, rested upon his young shoulders. He faced overwhelming odds. A numerically superior Persian army loomed, ready to strike. His immediate task: defend Dara, a critical fortress, against the full might of Persia. Against tens of thousands of seasoned Persian warriors, his forces were vastly outnumbered. The Roman challenge was immense: a smaller army, a crucial city, and the empire's survival. Yet, in his gaze, a quiet resolve burned, a genius ready to defy all expectations. The stage was set. Dara would become the crucible where legends were forged and empires clashed. Belisarius arrived at Dara, leading his exhausted Roman legions to face an insurmountable Persian force. The commander surveyed the desolate, featureless plain, knowing it was perfect ground for Persian cavalry. This open ground, a tactical nightmare for Roman infantry, offered no natural cover or defensive advantage. Dara stood exposed, awaiting a brutal confrontation. A traditional battle would mean certain Roman defeat. He gathered his officers, rejecting the conventional wisdom of meeting the enemy in open battle. The impending Persian host, with its formidable cavalry, demanded an unprecedented, ingenious defensive strategy. Belisarius envisioned a radical transformation of the battlefield, a masterpiece of defensive engineering. He proposed not to stand and fight on the plain, but to reshape it entirely before the battle began. Their initial skepticism turned to awe as Belisarius unveiled a daring and unconventional defensive strategy. Previous Roman tactics would simply crumble against the overwhelming might of the Persian cavalry charge. Belisarius would not gamble on a direct clash. He would dictate the terms of engagement through engineering. His tactical genius shone brightly. A flat plain would become an intricate, deadly labyrinth for the enemy. Against the overwhelming Persian cavalry, Roman infantry would be massacred without superior tactical ground. The flat plain was about to be transformed. The Roman legions began digging, shaping their own destiny. The sound of picks striking earth echoed across the plain as Rome's finest began their arduous task. Hours of grueling labor carved into the earth, each shovelful a testament to Roman discipline and will. Belisarius's blueprint took shape, a complex system of ditches designed to neutralize Persian strengths. Under his watchful eye, the landscape itself was weaponized. This was a battle won before it began. The centerpiece was a massive central ditch, designed to be impassable for any cavalry charge. Too wide to jump, too deep to cross, it formed an absolute barrier, halting any direct advance. This was the heart of Belisarius's defense, a primary obstacle that anchored the entire Roman line. Behind this formidable barrier, Roman infantry could stand firm, protected from the initial tonzi. Any Persian who dared to cross would lose formation, becoming vulnerable to Roman counterattack. The general's cunning was evident. This ditch alone negated a significant portion of Persia's power. But Belisarius was not finished. Two forward trenches were now dug, extending from the central line. These flanking trenches were strategically positioned to funnel enemy cavalry into precise kill zones. One trench angled outwards to the left, directing enemy movements and protecting the Roman flank. It was a subtle but crucial design, ensuring that Persian cavalry could never truly outflank the Romans. These positions allowed Roman missile troops to rain down deadly projectiles upon the channeled enemy. On the right, another trench duplicated the design, ensuring both Roman flanks were equally protected. The Persian advantage of overwhelming numbers and expansive movement was systematically dismantled here. The plain was no longer flat. It was a carefully crafted labyrinth, trapping the unwary Persian foe. Belisarius had turned the very ground against his enemies. The battlefield was his weapon. But the masterpiece held one final, deadly secret: a hidden trench just before the forward lines. This shallow, hidden ditch was an unseen trap, designed to trip charging cavalry at a critical moment. Barely noticeable, it was placed where Persian horsemen would gather speed for their devastating charge. Horses would trip, riders would fall, and the cohesion of their feared charges would instantly shatter. Each trench, each angle, was meticulously planned to create inescapable killing zones for the Persians. Belisarius's earthworks systematically negated the numerical superiority and cavalry power of the Persians. The Romans, once exposed, now stood behind an impenetrable defensive network, their morale soaring. A flat plain, once ideal for cavalry, had become a death trap, sculpted by Belisarius's foresight. His genius had transformed vulnerability into strength, setting the stage for an epic, decisive confrontation. The barren earth, once a weakness, had become the Roman Empire's strongest and most unexpected ally. The masterpiece of engineering was complete. Belisarius had turned a flat plain into a monument to tactical brilliance. The desert wind whispered tales of a gathering storm. From the east, a colossal shadow emerged. 50,000 strong, the Sassanid war machine, led by the veteran general Firuz, bore down on Dara. Firuz, a seasoned warrior, commanded an army ready to sweep away any resistance in its path. Their heavy cavalry, the Savaran, were legendary, their archers, unparalleled masters of the bow. A force of such magnitude was rarely seen. It was an overwhelming display of imperial might. Every warrior understood their mission: crush the Romans and reclaim lost territories with blood. Then, a sight that brought both shock and disbelief: the entrenched Roman lines, a fortified city. The Romans had not met them in open battle. Instead, they had dug in, behind formidable earthworks. Firuz's initial shock quickly turned to contempt. He saw not strategy, but cowardice in their defences. Why would Rome's legions, renowned for their courage, cower behind dirt walls? It made no sense. They believed the Romans were afraid to face them man to man, a weakness to be exploited fully. This perceived Roman timidity only hardened Persian resolve. They would teach them a bloody lesson. The order was given. The vast Persian host stirred, preparing to unleash its fury upon the Romans. Thousands of composite bows were drawn taut. The air hummed with anticipation. The first wave began. Across the open ground, the Persian lines moved with ominous precision, an unstoppable tide of steel. Belisarius watched, his genius in full effect. Every trench, every soldier, was meticulously placed. Then, the sky darkened. A chilling whistle preceded a relentless downpour of Persian arrows. The earthworks absorbed the initial shock, but the sheer volume of arrows was suffocating, relentless. Roman archers, protected by the trenches, returned fire, but they were vastly outnumbered by their enemy. The air was thick with flying shafts, the ground a pincushion. The pressure was immense and constant. Despite the storm of arrows, the Roman lines held firm. Their resolve was forged in discipline. Wave after wave of deadly projectiles slammed into the Roman positions, testing their will to the breaking point. Next, the thunderous charge of Persian cavalry. They aimed to probe, to find any weakness in the Roman wall. The Roman infantry stood firm, a living wall of shields and spears, refusing to yield an inch. The trenches, deep and wide, proved a devastating barrier, throwing horses and riders into chaos. Scattered skirmishes broke out, a chaotic dance of steel and desperate struggle along the first lines. Javelins flew from Roman hands, finding gaps in armor, creating disarray within the Persian ranks. Each probing attack was met with disciplined resistance. The Roman defences proved far from cowardly. As cavalry faltered, Persian infantry pressed on, driven by sheer numbers, desperate to breach. Swords clashed, shields splintered. The battle descended into brutal, close-quarters combat at the earthworks. Every Roman soldier fought with desperate tenacity, knowing the fate of their position rested on them. The carefully designed trenches became meat grinders, devouring Persian numbers with horrifying efficiency. Despite overwhelming numbers, the Roman lines refused to break. They stood as an unyielding bulwark. The ferocity of ancient warfare consumed the plain, a maelstrom of violence, blood, and desperate cries. Belisarius's defensive masterpiece absorbed blow after blow. His strategic foresight proved invaluable. The layered defences, the trenches, and fortified strongpoints all worked in concert to repel the enemy. From behind their protective earthworks, Roman archers rained down death, slowing the Persian advance significantly. The Roman infantry, a disciplined and unbreakable wall, met every charge with unwavering resolve. Moments of raw bravery emerged from the maelstrom as individual heroes rallied their weary comrades. Along the trenches, brutal, savage close-quarters combat raged, a testament to human endurance. Even amidst the carnage, the well-oiled Roman war machine cared for its wounded, maintaining morale. The sheer pressure was immense, a relentless tide of bodies and weapons against a determined few. The Romans faced overwhelming numbers, an endless sea of Persians, yet their lines remained unbroken. The Battle of Dara exploded in a maelstrom of ferocity, a testament to the brutal reality of ancient warfare. A colossal wave of Persian might, 50,000 strong, advanced relentlessly. The ground itself trembled. At its spearhead, the mighty Savaran, elite Persian cavalry, prepared to shatter Roman resolve. Belisarius's Romans stood firm, an iron wall against the impending storm, their resolve unwavering. Tensions mounted as the Persian war cries echoed across the plains, a prelude to the furious assault. The first Persian wave crashed, a thunderous impact, testing the very limits of Roman endurance. Persian strategy unfolded, aiming to envelop the Roman flanks with overwhelming numbers, a fatal maneuver. The elite Savaran cavalry, a whirlwind of steel, focused their fury on Belisarius's vulnerable wings. Their thundering charge, a seemingly unstoppable force, promised to tear through the Roman formations. The Roman flanks, stretched thin, prepared for the immense pressure, bracing for the inevitable collision. But Belisarius, the genius, anticipated this precise moment, his strategic mind already many steps ahead. A subtle signal, unseen by most, activated Belisarius's hidden reserves, poised for their critical role. Within the ditches, masked by cunning design, lay the ferocious Hunnic cavalry, itching for battle. Other Roman cavalry reserves, silent and unseen, awaited the order to unleash their devastating counterattack. The earth itself became an ally, its carefully dug features concealing Roman strength, a brilliant deception. The Huns, masters of shock warfare, observed their unsuspecting prey, their ferocity about to be unleashed. The Persian assault intensified, their cavalry seeming to overwhelm the Roman left, victory within reach. Roman lines bent, but did not break, enduring the brutal onslaught, their resolve tested to the core. Persian commanders, witnessing the perceived breakthrough, tasted victory. Their flanking strategy was working. The Persian flanks pushed forward with overwhelming force, confident in their ability to crush the Romans. Belisarius, ever calculating, saw the precise moment arrive. His decisive counterstroke was imminent. Then, a single, piercing horn blast tore through the chaos, signaling the unleashing of Belisarius's trap. From the earth itself, the hidden Huns burst forth, a thunderous, unexpected wave of terrifying cavalry. The Hunnic charge slammed into the unprepared Persian flank, a blow of unimaginable speed and ferocity. Shock and terror ripped through Persian ranks, their confident advance turned into utter, immediate chaos. Simultaneously, Roman heavy cavalry surged, completing a devastating pincer movement, trapping the enemy. The Persian flanks, once so confident, shattered instantly under the two-pronged, perfectly timed counterattack. Formations disintegrated, cohesion vanished. The once mighty Persian Savaran descended into desperate struggle. The Huns, relentless, cut through the panicked Persians, creating an irreversible cascade of destruction. Persian commanders watched in horror as their elite units crumbled, ensnared in Belisarius's deadly embrace. Roman lines, having withstood the initial storm, now surged forward, tightening the noose around the enemy. Cornered, the Persians found their retreat blocked, driven back against the very trenches designed for this. Soldiers tumbled into the earthen traps, their desperate cries echoing, their escape route fatally sealed. The ditches became a graveyard, a chaotic pile of bodies, further entangling and trapping the fleeing Persians. All semblance of order vanished. Panic, cold and absolute, gripped the hearts of the Persian warriors. The mighty Savaran, backbone of the Persian army, transformed into a terrified, broken, fleeing mob. The rout was complete. 50,000 Persians, once formidable, now fled in utter, chaotic despair. Roman cavalry, unleashed, pursued with merciless efficiency, turning the retreat into a full-scale slaughter. Arrows rained from the skies, a deadly storm hastening the Persian flight, ensuring no escape. Belisarius watched the shattered enemy, a quiet triumph in his eyes, his strategic brilliance undeniable. The battle was over. The seemingly invincible Persian host had been decisively broken and routed. Thousands of Persians lay dead, testament to a crushing defeat, a testament to Roman tactical mastery. The unassuming earthworks, Belisarius's secret weapon, had proven deadlier than any sword or spear. Combined arms, disciplined fighting, and brilliant engineering led to an astonishing Roman triumph. Belisarius, the Roman genius, had engineered a victory that echoed through history, a testament to cunning. The dust settled over Dara, revealing a landscape of utter devastation. Persian ambition lay shattered on the plains. For the Sasanian army, the defeat was absolute, a catastrophic loss of men and imperial prestige. Thousands of Persian warriors, elite cavalry among them, had perished in the meticulously crafted Roman death traps. The once invincible Sasanian war machine suffered a blow unprecedented in its military history. Over 8,000 Persian lives, perhaps even more, were extinguished that day, a crushing human cost. This wasn't merely a defeat, it was a profound humiliation that would forever tarnish Persian military might. News of the disaster rippled through the Sasanian Empire, shaking its foundations to their very core. The invincible image of the Persian army, meticulously built over centuries, crumbled in a single afternoon. Persian prestige, once a beacon of unyielding power, now lay diminished, a shadow of its former self. For the Romans, a profound psychological shift occurred. The long shadow of Persian dominance was lifted. The capital erupted in celebration. This victory was not just strategic, it was deeply symbolic. Rome, often on the defensive against its eastern rival, had finally delivered a decisive, crushing blow. The victory at Dara invigorated the Roman spirit, fueling a resurgence of confidence and imperial ambition. Conversely, the Sasanian court was plunged into disarray, reeling from the unexpected and brutal setback. Their belief in military superiority was shattered. The Persian psyche bore the scars of a grievous wound. The weight of such a humiliating loss would linger, influencing Sasanian foreign policy for decades. Persian leaders were forced to reassess their military doctrine, acknowledging the formidable Roman resurgence. The battle offered crucial tactical lessons, primarily Belisarius's ingenious use of terrain and fortifications. His strategic mastery in shaping the battlefield to his advantage proved revolutionary, a true military marvel. The combined power of natural defenses and man-made obstacles created an unbreakable defensive fortress. Belisarius's innovations at Dara would influence military strategy for centuries, from sieges to field engagements. Even today, strategists study Dara, recognizing it as a masterclass in defensive warfare and battlefield control. Dara cemented Rome's triumph, fundamentally altering the regional balance of power and signaling a new era. The sands of time bury many tales, but some battles echo through eternity, forever shaping empires. Dara was more than a skirmish. It was a pivotal moment in the relentless Byzantine-Sasanian Wars. For generations, these titans clashed, their unending conflicts defining the very fabric of the ancient world. Dara's victory momentarily secured the Roman eastern frontier, a vital breathing space against persistent threats. This crucial security allowed Emperor Justinian to finally turn his gaze westward, towards grander ambitions. Justinian envisioned a reunited Roman Empire, a dream fueled by military success and unwavering resolve. His ambitious reconquests would redefine the map, restoring lost glory to the Roman name for generations. At the heart of this triumph stood Belisarius, a general whose name would resonate through military history. He earned his place among history's greatest military commanders, a testament to his unparalleled genius. His strategic brilliance at Dara was a masterclass, demonstrating an acute understanding of terrain and psychology. This singular victory cemented his legendary status, a testament to his tactical foresight and calm under fire. Dara showcased the unparalleled adaptability of the Roman military, always evolving, always innovating on the battlefield. It revealed the deep resilience of the Roman military machine, capable of enduring and overcoming immense pressure. The tactical ingenuity displayed was extraordinary, turning perceived weaknesses into insurmountable strengths against the Persians. Dara connects to broader themes of human innovation, demonstrating problem-solving at its most critical juncture. True genius emerges under extreme pressure, where survival demands ingenuity and unconventional solutions from all. Here, simple earth became the ultimate weapon, a silent, unyielding bulwark against an overwhelming force. Against the mighty Persian cavalry, earthworks proved more formidable than steel, slowing their unstoppable charge. The Battle of Dara is forever etched in the annals of military history, a timeless lesson in asymmetric warfare. Its principles of defense, deception, and tactical use of terrain are still studied today by strategists. Belisarius's legacy isn't just victory, it's a profound demonstration of strategic brilliance against daunting odds. Dara solidified Rome's eastern flank, enabling a period of renewed imperial power and westward expansion. The ground itself spoke of genius, where ingenuity, not just numbers, defined the ultimate victory. The Battle of Dara stands as a testament to genius, where one commander's vision reshaped history. Belisarius, facing overwhelming odds, crafted a masterpiece of defensive engineering and strategic brilliance. His outnumbered legions, fueled by valor, defied a colossal Persian army through sheer discipline and will. The very earth became his weapon, transforming the landscape into an impenetrable fortress, trapping the enemy. What began as a desperate stand culminated in a stunning Roman victory, repelling a 50,000-strong Persian force. Dara teaches us a profound lesson. Victory is not merely won by the largest army's brute force. It is the sharpest mind, the most innovative strategy, that often triumphs against overwhelming numbers. Centuries later, Dara continues to inspire. Military strategists study its unique tactics and brilliant execution. Historians marvel at Belisarius's audacity, a general who dared to outthink an empire with ingenuity. Belisarius's name echoes through time, a testament to what human intellect can achieve against impossible odds. This Roman masterpiece fundamentally reshaped the fate of empires, securing the East for decades. For more epic historical narratives that bring the past to life, subscribe to a Leading Analysis channel. If you found this journey captivating, please like this video and share it with fellow history enthusiasts. And tell us in the comments, what other legendary battles do you want us to explore next?